DJ, good to see you.
Mr. Weinberg, it's a pleasure.
Absolutely, well, I appreciate that. Not a problem. Thank you for making some time for me.
Absolutely.
I've been in meetings all day, and I really wanted just to kind of get a grassroots approach and feel and vibe with the company to understand some of these things that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Basically, the objective of this meeting is to kind of get a sense of, first of all, what you think. I know you're one of the top performers of the business analyst pool. And what I'm dealing with here is a lot of strategic, higher-end, very long-term growth questions. And so I wanted to see kind of what you thought and if you can apply some of your academic background with some of the things that we're struggling with.
Right.
We've been here for a while and we kind of tend to get tunnel vision. So I wanted to see your input on some of these things. So basically, just kind of jump right into it. We are experiencing some growth with the hedgehog production process, but what I'm asking is not necessarily with that. We do have that opportunity for growth, but what I want to know from you is there a particular department that you see that offers some of the best growth in relation to another one?
Right. Yeah. And the place where I see the opportunity for most growth within all the market research that I've done here recently is within the engine segment. Absolutely. It just has the opportunity because that's where we have the large scale electric generators. And so with that produces nearly 50% of our sales and allows us to serve 4 different markets. So with that being said, serving 4 markets and having 50% sales, it's signifying that that's the fastest growth within the manufacturing industry.
Wow. Man, and so is that on everyone's mind, or is that on your own personal project?
That's everyone's mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. That is really great. Well, I appreciate you letting me in on that one. So the engine's okay. So large scale generators are really the way to go. So, that's interesting because and some more of the conversation that we've been having with kind of the C-suite executives is possibly a merger with the GE Transportation and our firm Cummins. So, and this is kind of just between you and I. This is very top level information. So I appreciate you just kind of keep this in between you and I. But do you have any kind of thoughts with a possibility of a merger between GE Transportation and us Cummins?
Right. Yeah. So I've been introduced to GE quite a few times, and through my understanding, I know that they have $880 million worth of revenue. So they're definitely a company that has seen success here recently within the manufacturing realm.
Right.
If I remember correctly, their market share is not too much below ours, but with the merger, we could see ourselves being around 29% market share.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And so I feel like that would be a great partnership. In addition, like we would be able to leverage our production processes that we currently have and equip them with the ability to see continued growth. With that, we're on track to have our engines EPA Tier 4 certified.
That's right.
By 2015. So we can definitely leverage that as well.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it because when you mentioned that electrical generators, first thing that pops in my mind is the GE Transportation. So that's
right.
Some of the conversation that's been going around. We try to do our best to kind of not spread that news. So that's great market research. So thanks so much for that, DJ.
Absolutely.
So aside from a merger, we're also thinking about a strategic partnership with Toyota. What we deal with here in Cummins is a lot of manufacturing type industry, and so as you know, I'm sure a lot of the things that we get are standard operating procedures are from top tier market leaders such as Toyota. So do you see any kind of a benefit or more of a negative side if we were to create a strategic partnership with Toyota, particularly in our truck manufacturing and production process? What are your thoughts on the possibility of that happening?
I think it'd be a great partnership, primarily because Toyota, as you already know, is the originator of lean manufacturing processes. And so, contrary to the GE partnership or merger, Toyota would have a lot more to give us as we would be able to give the GE. And so, we would be able to utilize their efficient processing patterns that they have right now and be able to apply those to our existing processes. And so, I feel like there's a lot of room for growth, and there's also some scalability within the heavy duty, medium duty RVs, buses, and train lines that we currently have.
Wow, yeah. Man, have you gotten a chance to get down to San Antonio and actually see their production process?
I actually have, yeah.
Really? Yeah, it's amazing what they have in there. I mean, it's like a little town. It's really cool, man. Really great. Okay, well I appreciate that input.
Yeah.
So along those same lines, uh, with those market leaders, you know, a lot of our spend is with the production process, and the raw materials that it takes to get those things are of very high importance. And so, whenever we're looking at a strategic process and visionary for the future, we try and always encapsulate how we're going to decrease our material spend. The two biggest areas for our spending are with Europe and Asia currently.
Right.
And I didn't know if you've done any kind of thinking or research about that, but have you seen any kind of opportunity for a decrease in material spend, particularly within Europe and Asia?
Absolutely. You hit it around the nose. We actually spend 76% of our material costs within Europe and Asia.
Okay, I knew it was a lot. I didn't know
it was that
much.
much.
Gee whiz.
And so I was actually doing the 80-20 analysis to see what kind of discounts or what kind of benefit we've gained from these partnerships, and there's actually a lot of room for volume discounts and economy of scale with the partnership with GE and with Toyota. And so
volume discounts is kind of what you're thinking of.
That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Gotcha.
So, but beyond the tangible assets that we're looking at, there's also the whole relationship partnership part. With Toyota and GE, they have partnerships globally, and so I feel like as a company that really values relationship-driven processes and the stakeholder model, I feel like we can really utilize that and run with it with these partnerships.
Yeah. Well, you know, if we were to do that, I think it would be a great idea if you, which is so personable, to maybe be an ambassador or liaison, maybe more so rather, with these Europe and Asian counterparts within GE or Toyota, because I think that, you know, we have a stakeholder model here in Cummins, and we really try to focus on those relationships. And so, I think if we're to do one of these either mergers or strategic partnerships, that having a face like yours would really just help us to build that. So I really would appreciate that if you would be interested. So one of the other things is that with this whole idea of a merger or, you know, strategic partnership is a lot of the brand recognition and honestly recruitment. If I'm being frank with you, you know, Cummins is built on some of the great ideas that the newer employees have, and so I know that you just recently graduated at Texas A&M. You're one of the top performers of the BA pool, and I've just been astounded with your work. And so I wanted to know, DJ, if there's anything that you think we could maybe focus on, or what do you think would be a good way to leverage if we were to do a partnership or a merger with the recruitment process at top universities?
Right. I think, I mean, you hit once again. You acknowledge the top points. With my experience coming out of A&M, the things I was looking for was job security, and then benefits and perks. I mean, those are secondary, but with these partnerships, that's going to be included with job security, because those partnerships signify growth.
Yeah.
And so when a student's looking at Cummins, they're going to see a company that's investing in future growth, current growth, and someone, as in myself, can see growth within the company with that. So I want to be able to go to a place where I can jump in and continue to move up with the company.
So you say that you've got a long-term, you know, strategy with this company, Cummins.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, it's good to hear. I'm sure that pension package certainly maybe swayed your opinion on that one, huh?
It didn't hurt.
Well, we try and do that. I think with more of these visionary strategic partnerships, we can even offer better things. So I appreciate that candid feedback, DJ. And you know, don't be surprised if I ask you some more information and just your thoughts, because like I said, it's hard for me to get a vibe of the things that are going on a very operational day-to-day basis. So it's one of the reasons I wanted to key you in here. So, you know, if I understand correctly, you think that both the partnership and or merger with Toyota and GE respective would be a good idea. You think the best opportunity for growth would be in the engine, particularly within the electric generators arena. And we are already set to do all that kind of EPA emissions, whatever they call it over there at Congress in 2015. And then also to leverage our size with the Europe and Asian spending of 76% for materials. So
exactly.
Great. Well, DJ, thank you so much for coming in today. I won't take a bit more time. You're a busy guy. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Take care.